Okay, so now we're going to go in and start logging food in MyFitnessPal. So from the home screen, we're going to move up to this tab that says food, and we're just going to go ahead and hit that. You can also just hit this spot right on the home page to shortcut to it. So either of those links takes you to the exact same spot. So now we've got our daily log, and what I've done is I've actually changed the default names of the meals. MyFitnessPal by default lists four options. There's breakfast, there's lunch, there's dinner, and there's a category for snacks. But it allows you up to 6 meals per day that you can define. And all I did is just change them from meals 1 through 6. Just out of, it's a more simple way to log that I like, but you can call it whatever you want. You can label them based on time of day, whatever your preference is. But that's something you can change in that same area that you change your calories and your macronutrient information. Right below that's a spot to do that. But all we're gonna do is just add an item to a meal. So we're just gonna hit add food. Once you start using this, it's gonna populate with some of the things that you have already inputted. So once you kind of get it set up, it becomes a lot faster because then things are more readily available to you at a couple of quick clicks. So you'll see there's a category for recent. So these are all things that have been inputted the most recently into my log. There's the frequent things, which might be the same thing or might be a little bit different. And then these 3 tabs over here, My Foods, is where you can actually save a combination of items. So let's say my breakfast every day was eggs and spinach and cantaloupe. I could actually save that as weekday breakfast, and then that way I can just hit a single click to put all 3 of those things together. Recipes is an option that allows you to import recipes from various blogs online, or just build your own and then say, hey, this is a recipe that calls for 12 servings, and then you can input 1 serving at a time into your log. But those 3 categories are individually defined based on things that you actually have to do something with. So let's say for breakfast, all I did was, let's say I was gonna have eggs and spinach. Now I'm not gonna use the ones that I've already got on here. I'm gonna show you how to search for something. So let's say I just use large cage-free eggs. And then I search. So what I want to look for, you'll find more than one item for most searches, but what we want to look for is we want to look for these things that have this green check mark next to it. The green check mark simply means it's been verified that the nutritional information is correct. And depending on the brand, so for example, the brand name is 365 Eggs, which is I think a Whole Foods brand. There's Whole Foods itself, but they're all eggs, and you can all see that 1 egg is 70 calories pretty much across the board. So it really doesn't matter which one I pick from. But the idea is just that I want to vet that out a little bit, because people can put their own items into the database, and after a while they become available for public use. Not all the information is correct, so we want to make sure that what we're putting into our log is as accurate as we can possibly get it. So I'm going to grab this one, and over here now I can say how many did I have, so I can define the number of servings I had. And then over here in this drop down box, so this, I could in theory log an entire container of eggs. Let's say I had a gigantic omelet of 6 eggs, then I could just put that whole thing in there. But I'm just gonna do the 1 egg serving, and let's say I had 3 of them. And I'm gonna add that to meal 1, that was my breakfast. So I'm gonna add that to my diary. So now I can see here's the number of calories, and then here's the macronutrient breakdowns, as well as sodium and fiber for that particular line.